We talk about happiness and we talk about being positive and we talk about feeling motivated. And it seems that we're looking to achieve that it's like the end result is this happiness or this positivity or motivation. But it isn't. It's not the end result. It's in the moment. Like, life is precious, and the things that we do in the moment are chapter markers of happiness in our life, in our legacy, in our history, in our contribution to the world and other people. Which is why today, when you're going about your everyday stuff, there's 3 things that you have to do. The first thing is you need to be brave and bold, and you have to keep fear at the door. You know, there's no place for it in what you're doing today. There's just no place for it. The second thing is to speak out. Voice the way you feel. Voice your opinion and don't hold back. You just can't hold back. You have to voice your opinion. If you don't, then you're living in a regretful place and you're compounding and compressing negative emotion, and that is not healthy. That will literally sit down inside of your body, in your gut, and it will rot you from the inside because you're holding back on what you really believe in and what you really want to say. Now, this can be anything good or bad. It can be to someone at work, it can be to your family, your friends, it can even be sometimes it's a load of bullshit, because it'll be something that you need to say to someone you really care about, but you're not saying it because, well, you can't share your emotions because you've got to be all tough and you've got to be all hard, and it's just not achieving anything. You know, it's a regretful position to live in, and it's a very negative place to be. And the third thing is just to understand the fragility of life and how quickly things can change. You can't take it for granted. You have to make the most of it, and you have to be aware of your mortality and how fragile life can be. Savor every moment, live there in the moment, create that happiness. The happiness is the chapter marker in your life story in the moment. It's about the moment that counts. It's not about the end result. It isn't something to chase. You are not chasing happiness. You are not chasing success. Success and happiness are now, in the moment. It's in the moment that it counts. Yeah, you know what? It is so easy saying it. It is easy to say it. And do you know what's even easier? Reading it. It's even easier to read it, and it's even easier to share it, and it's even easier to go spread this pseudo positivity online, but it doesn't count for anything unless you actually have it in your head, which is the point of the video. It's about the 3 things that I've shared with you today. Number 1 is be brave and bold and know what you want out of your time that you're alive. Number 2 is to speak out and not hold anything back, because you can't hold back. And number 3, as I was just saying, is to make sure that you understand how fragile life is and your mortality is very real. So yes, it is easy to say it, but you have to. If I don't say it, who's saying it? Am I going to rely on someone else to say it? That doesn't sit with me in my values. My values are to help people. My values are that when I leave this world, I've left it a better fucking place than when I came and arrived in May the 25th, 1988. So, you know, that's why I'm saying it. And I wanted to share that with you. Every day that you do something that you know isn't what you should be doing, or when you feel regret about doing it, that you're wasting time or that you're not achieving something bigger and better, more meaningful, is a day that's slightly off point. And every day that's slightly off point is potentially a day that you maybe have wasted. We all have a role to play in helping the next generation to understand and passing this on to the next realm of human beings to be able to maintain and preserve our existence. That's our whole point of being alive. We just tend to these days get distracted with social media and get distracted with things that don't actually matter. The things that actually matter are the way that you feel when you wake up in the morning, the way that you communicate with people in your life, and the amount of purpose that you are feeling on a daily basis and expressing. So sharing this with you feels good, and you know what, if it's just helped you change by 1% today, then I'm happy with that, you know. By the way, every single choice in your daily life can be made easier when you ask yourself your big question: what's your purpose, and how does this choice link and relate to the purpose? My purpose is to leave this life a slightly better place when I leave to how I found it when I was born on May the 25th, 1988. And that means family, and that means legacy in the form of my boy and any future kids that I have, my literal DNA. But it also means making sure that I'm making an impact with the things that I've got, right? The things I've been born with, the gifts, the talents, the skills. And you've got gifts, talents and skills, so you could apply just a little bit of that as well. You just want to make the most of what you got, and then that's awesome. Go all in on it, do it, and any question that you've got, any decision that you need to make in your day, ask that question: how is this going to help me fulfill my purpose? So something really simple like, which way should I walk today on my walk? Ask myself the question, which way is going to help me leave the world a better place than when I received it on May the 25th, 1988? And actually, I know it sounds a bit obtuse, but the route I've taken has allowed me to do that because I'm connecting with you. There's no one around. There's not even a tiny little bit of like, oh no, someone might hear me or think I'm weird holding my phone. It's just happening. Life is good for us all because we're alive. We have the opportunity to make it how we want it to be. Craft it, shape it, build it. It's just an opportunity, it's a gift, and I'm excited for you. And I'm excited to be alive. And I want to share that feeling. So Friday morning, a little preach, a little rant, and also a lot of love coming your way. Have an awesome day, have an amazing weekend, have an amazing rest of the month, rest of the year. Fuck it. And I'll speak to you again. Bye everybody.